So I may say to you, express 3x squared minus 7x minus 6 in the form a open bracket x plus h squared plus k. That we could find h by putting b over 2a, which means that we need to identify what is a, what is b, and what is c. A is 3, b is -7, and c is our constant, -6. Now, h is actually b over 2a, so b is -7 over 2 times 3, finally, -7 over 6, and that is my h. K can be found by using this, b squared. 4ac minus b squared. All right, so 4ac, what is a? 3, c, -6, minus b squared, what is b squared in the bracket here? So we're substituting basically, and all of this over 4a. A is what? 3. So we have 4ac, 4 times a times c, minus, then you have b squared, all over 4a. Let's finalize this. About 72 times 6 is, all right? So that's -72. And then there's a -49, and all of this is over 12. So -72 minus 49, work with me. I think we get 121, -121 over 12. Write the completed square. All we have to do is to substitute h and k right here. That's all. The other things are already given to you. For example, a is 3. A, 3 go outside, open bracket, x. The h is -7, 6 square. And then this is minus, they put -121 over 12. That's it. So that's what we do there. We represented it in that format. And we were saying that, guess what? Just observe this. All we did was to find a value for h, and we find a value for k. Now, after you have completed the square, then they can ask you now to do a lot of things. Yes, they can. So they can ask us to do a number of things, all right? Firstly, if we're going to sketch, you're not going to, you just put up an x and y axis, but line, all right, so you have an x and y axis, all right? All right, so we have that. So on this now, we are going to put our curves on it. Remember, the axis of symmetry is your framework that is going to split the curve into 2 equal pieces. So remember now, you want to take the h. So this is our axis of symmetry right here. It's going to help us. This is not it, you know, but the negative of this. So then the axis of symmetry is positive 7 over 6. So then you can tell yourself that the axis, yeah, of it's x equal to positive 7 over 6. Quickly. So 1 is somewhere over here, and it's positive. So you don't want to put it in the negative section. Be careful.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So the axis of symmetry is whatever h is the opposite of h.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very good. It's the opposite of h, and that is why we had said this. That, where is it? Right here. The axis of symmetry is x equal to the negative of h. So anything h is the negative of it. So if h is a negative number, the axis of symmetry is the same number but positive. If it is a positive number, the same number but negative. You understand? So it's the opposite of it. Very good. That's what I wanted to take away from it. So that is why they could ask these questions, because the moment you complete the square, then they can say to you, say, hey, what is the axis of symmetry right now? It's going to be the opposite of any number you have found there for your h. So it's gonna, I'm going to drop a line for it. So it's going to be in the negative region, right? Wrong thing I touch. Somewhere down there. So I drop it down there in that region. So we could put on some label. We could call this axis, yeah? That's our axis of symmetry, and this is our minimum. And this is negative 121 over 12, right at this spot. So that's how we're talking. It's right at that spot. Now, the crucial thing is the curve will not pass this. It's going to turn back right here. It always turns back where the axis of symmetry meets the max or the min. Never. Now remember that this is the turning point, though, you know? Right here is a turning point, you know? So if you want to identify it for them, you could have said 7 over 6, negative 121 over 12. Because the question asks for it, bam, you would have done that to them so that they know that you know what's going on. Because they ask for the turning point right here as a part of the whole labeling right now. The y-intercept is needed now. The y-intercept comes from the original form. It's the c value, the constant without any variable attached to it. See there, negative 6. So we're going to go back to the curve. Negative 6 must be on top of 10. So you would realize that, yes, because if this is 10, negative 10 point something, negative 6 has to be somewhere up there. You don't have to measure anything, you know. You just want to put them in its right place to know that it can't be below it. Because you can't go below negative 10 and have a negative 6. Something like this. And that going up to that. And this one is something like this. That's what we're saying. So that's the curve right now.